BMNR bear market, and it doesn't sound to be over soon, right? I mean, if you look into BMNR, you say like, when this thing going back up? And I made a end of bear market timeline just for you to understand like what is possible, what could the next weeks and months look like, and with specific timelines, which would make sense. Let's have it.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny, and I'm looking for stocks that I can be early on to benefit like a 10x, 20x, 30x, 50x. My subscribers bought even houses and apartments because they listened to me or, did their own research after they saw my videos, were invested into Tesla, Palantir, and all of other things. Now I'm trying to be early in Bitmine, okay? My average price is actually 38 or something, 37. I'm trying to buy every single day between like $3,000 to $20,000 worth of Bitmine. And sometimes I just feel like, okay, the bear market in Bitmine is there since October. Now we have October, November, December, January, February, and we are still there, right? 5 months. So where it's going to end? We will talk about this in a second because we also never advertise any other product here on this channel except my own. I feel that my product fits the perfect addition to your portfolio because I think everybody should have like a short-term portfolio and the long-term portfolio. So if BMNR is your long-term portfolio, you need also a short-term portfolio. So you have two chances. Either you try to do it by your own and learn day trading and learn all the ins and outs and the technicals and everything, or you give it to an expert like us, where we send you all the trades all in and out in your portfolio and we have all done for you. A service that it's just switching on the software and everything is done for you. So if this is interesting, schedule a call with me personally, and we have just a few slots left before we're raising our joining fees. So remember that and make sure to do it today to never miss an opportunity like this. We want to increase your portfolio every week by like 2 to 4%, which then compounds to about like 8 to 15%, which then compounds your $10,000, which is the minimum, to like $58,000 in the first 12 months. So if this is interesting for you, all done for you, xnDayTrading.com. Now, a bear market by definition is something that goes down more than 20%, period. Okay, it can be an index, can be a stock, can be an asset class, whatever it is. But when you see at crypto is very volatile, right? Ethereum and Bitmine, and therefore also Bitcoin, all of those can be down for a certain period, 20%, no problem. So you have like bear market, bear market, bear market, bear market, right? So like this crazy volatile roller coaster. But I believe you can put a kind of timeline onto that, okay? So first of all, we need to know how long bear markets usually last. They last between like 6 to 9 months on average, right? Then second thing, what do you think what happens after that? Exactly the next bull market run, okay? Then which stronger market phases are they? Obviously the bull markets phases. They go much longer, they go much stronger than the bear market because in general, and that's beautiful, that humanity is more optimized and optimistic about the future than pessimistic, okay? Which is very important. Now, another point is also you need to think, okay, what could be the triggers, right? So first of all, let's talk about technicals. Ethereum is now at around 2,900. Yesterday, it dropped 1 second. It dropped as low as 2,782. Okay. So you can see here another drop, a specific larger drop could trigger something like a bottom. Okay. It did, right? And then since then we gained another, 100 points on Ethereum. But if I zoom out here a little bit, then you can see we are still in like a upwards trend because the lowest we got in the last couple of weeks and months was actually back in November, where we reached like 2,670, right? So you can see here that it's quite interesting to see, okay, we are still in an uptrend, even with the sharp down selling rallies because of headlines. And then also we might see something like a general understanding of, okay, slowly I get very, very comfortable with the idea that it's very, very volatile stock, okay? Now, you have to get burned first sometimes, and then you understand, okay, this is a very volatile thing, okay? Now, let's talk about some timelines. We have the Clarity Act, which is, I think, a huge catalyst. We have the earnings. We have the Q1 Maven staking that is finishing up. So, a lot of things, okay? So, I think the next couple of months. And even we have around like May, and just before that, we know the new Fed chair, which should be more into cutting rates. I think that will be something very, very interesting, because towards those new Fed chair, I think that the market, specifically crypto, can have a massive bull run. We have seen something very, very similar when actually the Fed was about to cut the rates in December, and towards that event, everyone was buying, crypto up. So with that said, I hope it gives you like a nice way where I think like we should be out of the bear market, like maybe in the next month, and depending on the events when they fall, maybe in March, April, we should see maybe something much more bullish than we see right now. Okay, so lots of things are on the horizon. Technically, we're fine, so that should mark the end of the bear market for Bitmine. Okay, so it's very, very near, right? Even with this statistic of a bear market, just like we are 5 months in, usually they're like 6 to 9 months, so you can see that there can be a little bit more pain before we absolutely go nuts. Okay, so with that said, check out xnDayTrading.com, schedule a call with me personally, and we can do all the trading for you, all done in your account. So if this is interesting, make sure to schedule a call, and I see you obviously tomorrow for a brand new video, because the grass is greener always on the other side.